online and in order. And let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. Y'all ready? Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, come on, y'all. So we ready. We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talk about what happens when your team doesn't win tonight. Now, I'm not necessarily just talking about your sports team or whatever team that you're talking about. Basically, what I'm talking about is what happens when your faith in somebody to achieve gets shattered because they don't want to try, or because they're not good enough, or because they didn't prepare, or whatever the case is. Are you able to keep your faith, your alignment, your are you able to stay on the team that is your team when things start not going right, when things start falling apart, when the decline of whoever you were putting your money on or your faith on, or the one you've been talking all that smack about? What happens when they don't show up? What happens when they don't? All right, let's get it popping. So that's what we're talking about today. First of all, welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Glad to see y'all here. I'm here, you here, we're here. How y'all feeling? Right now, I'm feeling kind of good because we talking about what happens when your team don't win, or what? How does it go? How does it go when your team doesn't win? And I'm watching the Eagles and Commanders game as we do this show. I'm watching. I'm going to try not to get distracted. Last time I tried to do this, Last time I tried to do this, it didn't work out too well. I was too busy looking at the screen like, what are y'all doing? But I think I'm going to be all right because they're winning right now. Eagles scored in the first quarter for the first time this season. Well, they scored a touchdown in the first quarter for the first time this season. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. When your team doesn't win, when the person that you've had so much faith in, so much belief in, so much money riding on them, what happens when they don't win? Do you abandon them? Does it change the way that you think about whether you should really follow somebody, believe in something, be a part of something? Do you change direction? Do you stop putting your money down on your team when they start to stop delivering? I mean, you have every right to do so. You have every right to do so. The question is, where is our loyalty lying? And do our teams really deserve our loyalty? You know, when I was at the Eagles game last week, because y'all know I'm a season ticket holder, I go to all of the home games. And it made me, you know, there have been times when we've had bad seasons or when we're not doing well, or like the collapse of last year when we started out 10-1 and then we ended up 11-6. You know, that was a rough time at the end of the year. And it was one of those times when you ask yourself where you really are emotionally. Like, how invested are you in this team? Because you pay them. I know in my case, as a season ticket holder, I pay them. They don't pay me. I spend money on them. They don't spend money on me. Excuse me. They don't let me in for free. They don't give me free food. They don't, you know, I get the fan experience, not the family experience. But it's all good. It's a business, and the business has to be taken care of. But what if I decided, you know what? I'm tired. All right, we got our first Super Bowl, and you know, this doesn't seem to be going the way that I wanted to go. So maybe I'll just go ahead and do something else. Now, of course, that's totally ridiculous. That's totally ridiculous for any Philadelphia fan. But things can happen. Things can happen to the point where you start to rethink, recalibrate how you feel about something, especially when somebody else doesn't seem, or especially when the thing that you have believed in doesn't seem to believe in itself, or they don't want to do the work necessary in order to push the thing forward. So that's what we're talking about today. Let me say hi to my people, man. Let me say what up. Let me give y'all your proper due. Let's see. T Carey, right? Morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Stacy White, what's going on? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. Always do or die. Spartacus, my peoples, what up? What up? He says, I'm a Vikings fan. I know all about this topic. Woo! I feel you. Yeah, I've always pulled for the Vikings to do well, except when they play us, of course. But I know how y'all feel. But y'all went to 4 Super Bowls in the 70s and still never came up and haven't been back to a Super Bowl since. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? What's going on, my peoples? Good to see you. Always. Grown woman, don't try me. What up? Okay, Ansel says, when you talk about someone that disappoints you, you thought you were high on it. But that's a difference. That's actually a different topic, because we're not talking about a disappointment as in like friendship or any type of loyalty. We're talking about disappointment that they're not winning. They, like, you used to be able to bet on them. Like, I don't know. It could be anything. Like, yo, in a push-up contest, ain't nobody gonna beat my man. My man is gonna push them things out. I don't care how you want to do them. Diamonds, one-handed, whatever, he can do it. And that may have been a good bet at one time because they were always winning. Your peoples was coming through. They were delivering. They was delivering. Hold on, man. I don't want y'all to be hearing no clicking sound. So this is what I'm gonna do. I like the way this sweater look, but at the same time, I don't like the way it looks. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it be showing too much. You know what I mean? It be showing too much cleavage and shit. And I'm not really with all of that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie it. It looks funny when you tie it like tight, so I don't want to do that. But I'm gonna get it to the point where I can tolerate it, because I can't really tolerate it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna clip the mic right here, away from any chains or any obstructions that would have it going click, 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 clickety, click. I may not like that, man. Let me make sure the mic is facing down instead of up. Okay, there we go. So we good? We good? Everything all right? We straight? All right. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about, like, you know, when you see that your man ain't doing them push-ups the way he used to. He not trying. He already thinks that he's going to win, or he thinks it'll be okay if he doesn't win. So he ain't winning. You know, you putting 50, you putting 25, 50, 75, 100. Like, yo, man, I got 500 on my man. He about to knock these joints out. So 500 on him. When I win the 500, I'm going to give him 100. I'm going to take home 4, and everything is going to be all right. And your man lost the push-up contest. Like, you lost it. You lost the push-up contest to this little scrawny 110-pound flyweight. What? The fix must have been in. The fix must have been in. So yeah, when your team doesn't win, he was your team. So when I say your team, it could be your sports team. It could be your team at work. It could be your union. It could be a team of one. It could be your family. It could be your friend circle. You know, y'all trying to make moves. Y'all trying to do some things. Y'all trying to advance. And you know, egos start clashing. Personal agendas start getting in the way. Next thing you know, we ain't winning no more. We ain't winning no games. We ain't winning nothing. Hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I said hit the like button there, share the show, and subscribe to the channel. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, you know what I'm talking about. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. All right. Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. And Dimple D's all up in the house of these. I said Dimple D's all up in this house of these. James Stevens, what's good? Oh, shit. Ansel said, I grew up a Cowboys fan until 1996 Baltimore Ravens. Well, I'm just glad you grew up and grew out of that. Because we don't need another Cowboys fan out here. That's what we don't need. James Stevens says, your Eagles are winning the dang Super Bowl. Well, I'll take that. Now they have to actually play the game. They have to actually play the game, but I'm here for all that smoke. Listen, getting another Super Bowl in my life, that's all I live for. I lost my best friend this year. At least he got to see a Super Bowl before he passed. But he was dying to see another one. Literally, figuratively, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and when we think about sports, as much as we may be in denial of it, but our sports and our allegiance to sports teams they say so much about our personality, and where we tie we kind of hitch our trailer to that ideal of who they are. We hitch the trailer of our identity to our sports teams. And you know, when I first heard that, I was like, nah, it ain't that deep. It kind of is. We hitch the trailer of our identity to our sports teams. So that's why men, women, children, we actually get in fights sometimes when somebody is dissing our team. Like, hold on. All right, I understand they lost, but don't be talking about how we garbage, we trash, and our fans are this, that, and the third. You know, being an Eagles fan, I gotta go through that. Oh, y'all got the worst fans in the country. So what you telling to me is we have the best fans in the country because we discourage other teams from coming through and talking smack. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, okay, when your team doesn't win, Seika Salah, my peoples, what's going on? Ansel Jones says, I was designated driver. Someone told me that they had a ride. Hours later, I was at a nightclub picking up the same person. Oh, man. Seika Salah says 80s and 90s Dolphins, all offense, no defense. You ain't never done lied, boy. 2000s, all defense, no offense. Shaking my head. Now, who cares? I think I'm late to the actual topic. No, but you on the right track. And you said that exactly. Yo, when Dan Marino was there, that passing attack, he was airing it out. 400-yard passing game after 400-yard passing game. The man could sling the ball. And come to find out years later, when Jimmy Johnson took over the team, the reason Jimmy Johnson didn't like Dan Marino was because Dan Marino was more interested in keeping his numbers up than the team winning. And you know what? We should have been hip to that. Because we was like, they got humiliated in those Super Bowls. What how many? What did they went to one or two? I know they didn't do well in either one or the one. Yeah. But they had it. They had the tools that, like, as far as Super Bowls are concerned, you know, you want to see a lot of passing. In Super Bowls, there's always a lot of passing. This year, the Eagles you want to see some running, though. But the passing, normally in regular season games, the running attack opens up the passing attack. But in the Super Bowl, normally the passing attack opens up the run. It's a weird phenomenon, but it seems to go that way. But now you're on track. You definitely are on track. Pinky Paws. What up, Pinky Paws? What's good? And Dog Fart says, hey, crackhead. And he puts on clowns emojis. Oh my God. You're just too much. Oh, what is going on with you, Dog Fart? What is going on with you? It's all good. Welcome to the show, you bum. Welcome to the show, you bum. But that's what we talk about. When your team doesn't win. Let's do this intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Welcome, y'all. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feel like real men and women should also. And we're talking about when your team doesn't win. What happens when your team doesn't win? And I want to really give y'all the context and what I'm really trying to get y'all to think about when I say that when your team doesn't win. Ladies, and even fellas, on some real shit. Have you ever witnessed, or what would you do? How do you think that you would feel if you saw your man or your woman lose a fist fight? Now, it might sound juvenile to you, but it's something that could happen. Maybe not of your own or their own volition, but it could happen. But there are plenty of people who have experienced this. Let's say in the commission of your man trying to defend you, he gets his ass whooped. He ain't just he ain't just lose the fight. He could have got knocked out, which would be terrible. Or he could have got humiliated so bad in the fight that people had to break it up, or the cops had to be called, or he had to go to the hospital. What happens now? Your team didn't win. Your team didn't win. Let me see. Azar Bai says, hey, you looking like a gangstar. No, I'm not. Gangsters don't really wear chains and shit. Not today's gangsters. I don't know. They don't look like they have no money. Let me see. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. It's all good. But yeah, back to the question. What would y'all do? What would you do if you witnessed your man or your woman lose a fight? What would you do? How would it make you feel? Because, I've imagined that you're going to be somewhere between consoling them, making sure that they're safe and that they're okay. But in the back of your mind, you're like, he lost that fight. And it wasn't because the other guy was such a better fighter. My man lost the fight because he can't fight. Like, you see the way he was throwing hands? Shit, I think I could take my man. That's what a woman might be thinking. Like, yo, he better not ever think about putting his hands on me. Be a gentleman, because you don't have a lot of choices. I suggest you be a gentleman. It's a tough scenario. And it could be a situation where your man might have picked the fight. Maybe he was drinking. Maybe he was high. Maybe he was on his high horse. Maybe he was under the influence of a mystery guide or liquid confidence. But how you gonna feel? And fellas, you might have to look at this situation too. Somebody could have, your girl get into a fight with another woman and she gets slung up. She get basically world starred out there. What a time not to have a weave in your hair. You know what I'm saying? She might have got slung all around by her natural hair. You know what I mean? She took your girl hair, bow, bow, bow. Get out of here. It's like, oh my God. I don't want to have to beat up a girl, but yo, you can't be doing my baby like that. I got to throw a flag on the play. You are thrashing my lady. You know what I mean? On some Freddie Jackson shit. You beat up my lady. Oh shit. You beat her ass and you beat her ass more and more. You beat up my lady. Why you had done that for? Now, like I said, at our age, well, most of us or whatever, we're not thinking about being in no fist fight and no shit like that. And hopefully we don't get into scenarios where that's even a reality. But it could happen. It could happen. It could. For a woman, I'm thinking that it's going to have an impact on how well you think that your man can protect you. And if you're a man, you thinking like, I don't want to have no kids by no chick who can't fight. You know, having my kids getting bullied in school and shit. Like, that wasn't a good look. That wasn't a good look at all. Let me see. Hello world. Hello world. What's good? I didn't even see you. I ain't see you between those other comments. What's good? Good to see you. Hello world says the Eagles know we rather have Tanner out there over Pickett. Picky Paul says, or at least get the other girl off. Okay. Manifest Reality says, and this occurred with two of my young folks. They are adults, but they both had choices in the situation. Now it's a child in the system. Interesting. Okay. Pinky Paul says, oh, I guess I'm getting censored. If you can see your comments, we can see them too. You ain't getting censored. You just ain't saying shit. You know what I mean? Step up your comment game. Trust me, people will acknowledge you. That's kind of how that works. But don't worry about it. Keep plugging away. That's right. That's right, TK. Right. Thanks for the notes. Manifest Reality says actually the man was assaulted in this case, and she said she said she would do it, and she said she would do it. Wow. Pinky says I fought a lot, but I don't want my girl to fight. I feel the exact same way. But if she fights, I want her to be able to fight. I want her to be able to win. Like, I don't want my baby to get beat up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, listen, man, I ain't gonna let you, you know, get seriously hurt out there. But I need you, if you're gonna call hands, I need you to be able to throw hands. You gotta be able to throw hands. The worst thing in the world that you can do is to call somebody out for a fight and then get your ass whooped. You actually dialed up your ass whooping. So your team didn't win. This is my teammate, your girl, your woman, your spouse. That's your teammate. You don't want that. They can't lose out there like that. You gonna mess up this team's brand. You messing up the brand, baby. You messing up the brand. Roxanne, you don't have to turn on your red light. What's going on, Rox? Good to see you. Roxanne Kitchen is in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see me some you, without a doubt. Without a doubt. All love, all love. Piggy Paul says, no, I go back and switch from live to top chat to check if my comments are getting censored by you. Ain't nobody censored. Man, if you don't go ahead with that bullshit. If you was being, we don't even have the power to censor you. All we can do is remove your comments or remove you. We can't control how your shit aligns. This is the shit I be talking about. All right. Dipples D's, what's good? And she says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer defeat. You been reading Napoleon or some shit? Alexander the Great? You done decided to go and get your Shakespeare on? You've been watching some old World War II quotes? I like that, though. I'm going to read it again. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, For every victory gained, you will also suffer defeat. Wow, aren't we profound? Ooh, like that. That's good shit. Pinky Paw says, I don't want to fight anymore, if you know what I'm saying. No, I'm not fucking with that. No, I would much rather fight than to do what you talking about. So I know what you mean, but I totally disagree. No doubt. Yo, I miss you too. I miss you too, Rox. Good looking. I saw you live the other day. I didn't see it live, but I saw it came up on my on my screen, and I went to it. You had finished the live though. You was talking about those drones. You was talking about the drones. You know what I mean? No, it was good. Damn, the Eagles scored what the hell? Now the Eagle. I'm sorry. Now I think we fumbled, and then Washington went up. They scored their little touchdown, little 7. But now we up 21-7. Like busting. I know Charles. Saquon Barkley. I know he didn't. No. Yes, he did. 60 yards, or was it 70? I guess he's back in that MVP conversation now, isn't he? Josh Allen, you ain't the only one. Josh. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay. All right. Stacey White says, I will never call somebody out. However, if you come to my territory messing with me, that's a different story. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But one thing about a fight, and I don't want to stick on this fighting stuff. I mean, we're a little too old and mature and past all that. We should really be able to work out our differences. But if we're talking about when your team doesn't win, and you're talking about your teammate, so if your teammate loses, you lose too. How do you handle it? What do you do? How does it go down? Do you look at your teammate the same way as you were able to look at him before? Are you still good? Is the team that you were running with, do you still hold them in the same level of esteem as you held them before? You good? Are we good? All right. All right. Oh yeah. Your YouTube will definitely censor you. That's why I tell people to call in. If y'all want to call into the show, there is no censorship there. You get your shit off the way you want to. And if you want to call into the show, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to do you with the number right now. I said 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said at 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said at 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said at 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Call 267-874-1949, and we get you on up in here. You can say whatever you want to say. I don't cut you off. I don't interrupt you. I let you get your shit off, and you can express. I said I let you get your shit off, and you can express. I said I let you get your shit off, and you can express. I said I let you get your shit off, and you can express. I said I let you get your shit off, and you can express. That's whether you're talking all that good stuff or some mess. I know that there are times when you gotta get it off, and I don't care if you come hard or soft, and I'm not gonna clown you because you got a list. But yo, it's time for me to answer this call like this. So it's happening in real time, right? We got this? All right, let's do this. All right.
You have a call.
Caller with the last number is 9933. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun show. First of all, I need you to turn down your device because I can hear myself in the background. So that's not going to work.
Hey, brother, son, it's me, Roxanne Kitchen.
Hey, Rox, what's going on? How you feeling, man?
I'm good.
All right. What's on your mind this afternoon? How you feeling?
Feeling great. Just chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain. Well,
Mm-hmm.
well. All right, I'm with all of that. All right, so we're talking about when your team doesn't win. So we're not necessarily talking about. Oh shit! Hold on, y'all. Hold on a minute. Okay, there we go. We're not necessarily talking about when they don't. We're not necessarily talking about your sports teams or things like that, but we're talking about when somebody that you believe in, that you have faith in, that you follow, that you really want to win. What happens when they are not showing any signs of being a winner? When they used to be really good at something and now they've gone through a decline, or they're in a funk, or they're just not really working out the way that they used to. Are you able to stay the course and keep them as your team, or do you have a hankering to be like, well, look, I'm out of here, or like, does it change anything for you?
Well, for one, I will stick by my team. For two, I will be making changes on my team. For three, they'll have to become better than that and try to win the game.
Okay. So, all right. Do you follow sports? Are you a sports
Yeah,
fan?
I do. I do. I follow football. I follow soccer. I follow basketball. I follow baseball.
Okay. So who's your favorite football team?
My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh God, hold on. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back there. Hold on. I gotta get some. Hold on. I gotta get some Tylenol from my. Oh, uh, Roxanne from Jamaica, live in New York. I thought she was great. Just found out she's a Cowboy fan with him. My whole life has changed.
Hi, P. Carey.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I had to go get some. I had to go get some acetaminophen. I had to go get some Tylenol. I was feeling sick real quick. Okay, so you said your favorite football team is the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're not doing that well this year.
I know. I've been seeing it and I've been watching and I'm been disappointed, but they have to make changes and they have to make some different, hire different coaches.
You think the coach needs to go?
I think so. Yep. It's either the coach or the person who is managing the team has to go.
I think honestly, I think they need a new owner because the owner won't let a coach coach. The coach, I mean, the owner wants to be the coach. He wants to be the general manager. He wants to pick the players and all of that, and that hasn't been working out. So
No, it hasn't.
yeah. So even though the Cowboys have won a lot of games during the regular season, they don't do well in the playoffs, and they haven't been to the Super Bowl since 1996, which was the 1995 season. So, one thing about Cowboys fans that can't be denied is that y'all are loyal. If y'all were like spouses, then there would be no infidelity. Yeah, y'all stick with that team through thick and thin. I've never known a Cowboys fan, besides my man Ansel Jones, that became a fan of somebody else. They stick in there. And with 5 Super Bowls to brag and boast of, I guess on that level, it makes sense. So
yeah, because you have to put yourself in their position. If they're not doing good, that means the team not doing good. If the team not doing good, that means the manager is not doing good. If the manager is not doing good, that means the whole entire team and the whole management staff and new owners got to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough situation. But you know, when your team isn't doing well or they're not set up to win or whatever, and you can see that whether through management or through talent that they're not going to be winning for a while, it can take a toll on how you feel about your team. You know, it really can. It can get you to the point where I'm not saying that you'll be depressed, but it can have an effect on whether you're.
But you get mad, frustrated, and all of that.
Not only that, but you might not even want to watch the games. You know what I mean? Or if you live in the city where the games are playing, you might not want to go. You might not want to participate in all of the like sports are entertainment. They're supposed to be fun, but it's not that much fun when your team doesn't win. You know what I mean? So okay. So if I was a Cowboys fan, I would have Dak Prescott as my quarterback, and I would have to believe that he's going to get it done. But in so many big games, he's come up short. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how would I be able to fix my mind to think that this time he's going to do it?
At times, you just have to trust and believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be hard.
It's not all it takes, and trust and believe. Because sometimes your team will let you down, your teammates let you down, your coach lets you down.
Yeah.
So, if push comes to shove, and you say that team is not doing the way it's supposed to perform, well, you just have to just go with another team.
Yeah. I feel the same way. But when your team is not doing well on a consistent basis, if they're consistently messing up, it can have a negative effect on how well you can follow them or how well you can believe that they are the team that's going to get it done year after year after year. It's hard, you know, and because so much of our identity is often tied to who we support. Whether it's sports, whether it's work, whether it's family or whatever, you know, it can cross our feelings of one person's failure or one team's failure can cross over into other areas of our lives where we may be wondering, you know, can they get it done? And that may be an area where our support is totally necessary. For example, let's say you had a child, a son or a daughter that was either on drugs or they were a criminal. So they kept going back and forth to jail. Now, of course, you didn't raise them to do that, and you don't want them to have to go through that type of situation. So you've been trying to work with them to get their shit together, but they keep doing the same thing.
Well, for me as a mother, I could say if my son does any form of drugs, I'll say, you know what, you're going to rehab and you're going to stay in rehab. And if I have a son that is a criminal and I know if he does the crime, you got to do the time. Because I'm not going to sit there, waste my time and effort trying to help you. You don't want my help. Trying to this and trying to that, and then when push comes to shove, and you get yourself in some criminal activities, and then they catch you with everything. Well, tough love.
Yeah. Okay. What about a situation where they don't want to go to rehab or they don't want to stop? You know, they might tell you, oh yeah, mom, I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna do better, and blah blah blah. You know they have it in them. You know they have it in them because you raised them. They're your babies. But and that's your squad. That's your team. But they ain't been acting like your squad or your team. None of the coaching you've been giving them is what they're displaying.
No, it's not.
So, now what? But what do you do? What do you do? How does that affect you?
Well, at times I could say for me, when I was growing up, I was the type of person that I grew up with my grandmother. My grandmother always instilling me, if you either go to church or you don't, or you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I have to go to church 7 days a week, nonstop. I have to go to school at least 6 days, 5 days a week. Sometimes summer school. Sometimes Saturdays I go to school.
Yeah.
And one thing with me, I never get whooping. I always be, because whooping is not nice.
Yeah.
And one thing I could say with some of these parents too, they treat their kids like their friends.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And you cannot treat your kid as your friend. Your kid is your kid. They have to sit there and listen to what you say, not what the friends say.
Now,
look at my son. Look at my son now. My son is 9 years old. He goes to school every day. He's in his room on his computer, playing his game. I don't let him come out and play with nobody. He getting hundreds in school.
Mm-hmm.
I limit my son with certain stuff. But right now he's good. I don't have no problems with my son.
That's what's up.
I tell him as it is. If it's either you listen to me or you go about your business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you have to listen.
Yeah, it's just we also have to deal with the influence of their peers, other people that they've met and encountered and have been with out there in the world, who may have shown them a worse way or a not so healthy way of living, getting over and all of that kind of stuff, and they may have gravitated towards it. So it's, but the bottom line is they're not winning. That they have what it takes to win, but they ain't doing what it takes. So for the time being, they're losing, and they're losers. For the time being, they may not be a loser on the inside. They're winning on the inside, but they're allowing the outside to govern what's going on the inside, and it's taking them down.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And that's where you hit the nail on the head. On the inside, they think that they're winning, but on the outside, they know they're not. So they have to change. They have to change something around to say that, okay, let it be on the outside we're winning, and on the inside we're losing, because a lot of people seeing the expressions on their faces.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people's catching the attitude that y'all are catching.
Yeah, that's true. But so how do you, so going forward, let me ask you this. What would it take for you to withdraw your support?
The only way to withdraw my support is unless a team is doing really, really, really bad, and they're not making the effort and the strive to push themselves and push the team to exceed to where they want to go. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I was one of your team loyal fans, but now I have to switch up to another team, to a good team that's where gonna be. I could benefit. Where I could see I can benefit from that team. That's okay. This team is winning. This team is doing the right thing. Yeah, I will sit there and be their loyal teammate and their loyal fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all about the money, but it's all about the principle and the respect.
It is. It's definitely about the respect. So, but I know that anybody can be pushed to the point where they might not want to help as much as they wouldn't be as enthusiastic about helping as they were before. And that's a tough spot to be in.
It is, but guess what? We have our own. They don't have our mind. We have our own mind. We have our own brain. We can switch from whoever we want to switch to.
Mm-hmm.
But since we are the loyal fans of that team, and if that team is not doing or performing the way they're supposed to be, we might as well we have to do what we have to do. Go to support another team that is there doing their best, pushing their efforts. They're doing the right thing and support them.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just stick to a team that's constantly disappointing us every single chance we get. No.
Well,
I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth.
It's definitely the truth. You know, we can never expect somebody to win every single time, but we can't expect certain patterns to start and certain bad habits to end. You know, and we also can't be expected to stick in with somebody that doesn't want to contribute, that doesn't want to help, that doesn't even want to help themselves. It's hard to do that. But sometimes we're put in a position where we feel like we have to. You know what I mean? You know, like in the case where it might be a child, like you might feel like no matter what, I gotta hang in there. But how far in there will you hang? That's the question.
As I say, my mom, she never gave up on me. She always stick with me to the end, and I like to say I will stick to my sons to the end. Once I know my son is doing a very good job in school, and no matter what, he's never gonna give me no trouble. So I will stick to my son to the end. Make sure that he goes to high school. Make sure he go to college. After college, he can whatever he feel like he want to do. I will support him in everything that he does.
Yeah.
You can't turn it back on your child. I'm not saying just turn it back on your child, but it comes a point when a parent can only take so much.
That's true.
Take the disrespect. Some parent can't handle disrespect.
Yeah. I mean, and there are people out there who expect you to support them no matter what kind of stuff they do. And the stuff they do might be totally ridiculous. You know, like I've seen people lean on their family for certain things, even though they know that they don't deserve nothing. They ain't been doing the right thing. They've been a total mess. But they're still going to lean on them. They're still going to try to get them to give them stuff. And, like, listen, like, I hate to keep going back to the thing where I'm talking about, a man who is always going back and forth to jail, can't stay out of jail. You know what I mean? Can't stay out of jail, back and forth to court. That stuff costs money, trying to get lawyers and stuff like that, fighting the case. And then, when you're in jail, then you're a liability to your family because they got to give you stuff. They got to be worried about if you're going to be all right while you in there. Are you even going to make it home this time? Because if you're a total dickhead and you go to jail, it could be a problem for you.
Exactly.
Because them cats not going to play with you. So you can get seriously hurt, or you can come home in a body bag. The choice is literally yours. So, so hanging in there with somebody like that or with a situation like that is hard. I got a cousin like that. My cousin, he's in jail more than he's home. He ain't never home long. Maybe a year. Like, it's to the point where I'm thinking he might have a boyfriend in there. I mean, honestly, when I've known this for a fact, and dudes who go to jail will confirm, who have been in prison, they will confirm this. They said when a guy keeps going back and forth to jail a lot, Normally it's because somebody is there waiting for him. And I'm like, since his whole adult life, he ain't never home. Always in jail, petty crimes. But he makes sure that he wind up his ass right back in jail because he steals. He's a thief. And evidently nothing can stop him from stealing. Nothing. So you on drugs and you a thief. You know how that go.
Yep. Can't come back from that.
So my aunt be trying to stick in there with him, but he robbed her. He robbed her. Well, she had her own restaurant. You know, the restaurant is doing good because my aunt is a really good cook. So she opened up her own restaurant. You know, she had to get a loan for that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She got the loan, opened up the restaurant. The restaurant was doing good. I ate there. I was like, yo, this is really the shit. Restaurant doing good. He comes home from jail. He's working in the restaurant. Guess what happens to the register when he's home?
He emptied out the register.
My aunt ain't got the restaurant no more.
Jesus.
That kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's her son. That's her teammate. That's her squad. He ain't trying to win. And not only that, he made the whole team lose. You know, if your mom has a restaurant or a business or something like that, that's your birthright. So, you know, she ain't gonna live forever. When she go, first of all, when she's here, she can show you the business. So you can carry on. Then you can continue it and make a life for yourself and your kids. But instead,
that is true.
Yeah, but instead, you want to steal the money and bankrupt the business.
Mm-hmm.
So now granted, I don't know what kind of businesswoman my aunt was. She may not have been, 100% on top of her game as far as business is concerned. But imagine, let's say your business sense is about, let's say it's 75 to 80%. So good enough to run a business, but you might not get rich. Cool. But now you got somebody stealing from you who you got watching the register. So that takes your 75 to 80% of business skill, and that drops it down to probably under 50%. You're going to fail that test. You know what I mean? Because it brought the whole team down. You don't have no chance to win.
Well, all I can say is that some kids you can't change them.
Yeah.
Some kids you can tell them what to do. Some kids you can even trying to show them love, they don't want it. So, and we can't force ourselves on these kids to let them to see and to learn. But all we can do, sometimes we stick by these kids, they don't stick by us.
Yeah.
They tell us, oh, you parents are this, you parents are that. You're the reason why we're like this. And which what they're saying is not true. We're trying to show them love. We're trying to show them care. We're trying to show them the best way we can. But if they want to go down that road, well, you will have to learn the hard way. There's a thing called self-love. You have to show them self-love. If you don't show them self-love, they're gonna end up in a body bag, coming home to you. They're gonna end up somewhere we're not supposed to end up. And furthermore, they're not even gonna hear nothing from them.
Yeah.
So all we have to do is try to show them as much love as we can, and try to listen as much as we can, but sometimes we just can't really do too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is. It's a tough situation. But when we're talking about, when your team don't win, it can have an effect on. It's just when I say, when I ask, like, what do you do when your team don't win? It's almost the same as asking, what happens when you don't get your way? You know, it's sort of the same thing. Because you know how some people act when they don't get their way. When they get their way, everything is hunky dory. Everything is beautiful. Everything is lovely. But when they don't get their way, then that's when that's when they start to complain. That's when they start telling on people. That's when everything just goes to hell when some people don't get their way. So it's the same. So we're pretty much talking about the same thing when we talk about when your team doesn't win. How do you act when your team doesn't win? And I, because I'm around so many people who are in the sports and all that kind of stuff, I hear a lot of chatter. I hear a lot of static about when a person's team don't win. They be going crazy. Such and such, the Eagles ain't doing this. The Sixers need to get rid of Embiid. Jalen Hurts needs to get traded. All kinds of mess. And I get it. People don't handle disappointment well. So the same way as when somebody doesn't get their way, they're disappointed, and they may focus their disappointment on everything or a bunch of things that don't even have anything to do with what they were initially disappointed about. All kinds of mess starts to come out. So you can't you can't take me to the laundromat? Oh, I guess I can't forget that, you took your boyfriend to the movies. I maybe around your husband, I can't forget about that. I hope it don't just pop out of my mouth, crazy shit like that. Like, people start telling.
That's true.
People get on some different shit.
Trust me, it happens to me already. And because I have a daughter, she don't like to listen to me. Mm-hmm. And when I told her that she can do this and she can do that, it's her way or no way. I said, okay. Since you want to do that, go out there and feel it for yourself. Mm-hmm. And when I said that, and I told her to do that, and she's out there going through it, she come back and say, "Oh, mommy, I'm sorry. I say, "You're sorry too late."
Yeah.
When I was sitting there talking to you and telling you that certain things that you're doing, you cannot be doing it. You tell me, "Oh, you're gonna this, you're gonna that," and then look what happened. You want to turn around and come back to me asking me forgiveness. Mm-hmm. This is I told her this is her first strike, and if she loses the fourth time, she's gonna be out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
and from that she said, "Okay, Ma, I will listen." And from that, where she's now, she's in the army. Mm-hmm. She's in the army.
Well, your
and
kids,
I'm happy.
You should be. It's a great place to get the proper discipline that they need. So many people who go into the military are able to be successful in life because they've gotten the discipline thing down. And mm-hmm. One thing about being in the military is you're not able to ignore disciplinary tactics and techniques. You don't have a choice. You either do what they tell you to do, or you got to go home. And the choice is yours. You know what I mean? But if you stick in there, it can serve you for the rest of your life, including retirement. So it's a good look. But the thing about kids, the thing about your children is that it's really up to you to show them how to handle disappointment. At a young age, kids learn what they can do and what they can't do, what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do, what they can get away with and what they can't get away with. So,
exactly.
So in a situation where your child doesn't get what they want, if they start jumping up and down and stomping their feet and crying and yelling and screaming and acting a fool, act like a stone cold brat when they don't get what they want, if you give them what they want after doing that, guess what? That's what they're going to do every time when they want something. So you have co-signed and enabled them to act a fool when they don't get their way. So now they're going to always get their way because you don't have enough balls to say no. As a matter of fact, if you don't cut that mess out, I'm a cut it out for you, and you're not going to like it. And I'm not saying that you always have to put your hands on some kids, but sometimes they have to learn that there are consequences, because the rest of the world is not going to be gentle with them the way you might. The rest of the world won't handle them the way you might handle them. So it could be a tough road for them if they don't listen, if they get their way by you not doing your job. It could be a real long road for them, and you don't want to get into that. That's not the way you want better for your kids, and your kids are your team. So you want to make sure that they have the tools for success, and you can't give them the tools of success if you cave in to their little crying, whining, complaining, and all that. Kids are supposed to want things their way. They're supposed to try to get away with things. They're supposed to not want to work for what they get. That's what being a child is about. But being an adult is about showing them that it doesn't work that way. And so when we don't do our job, we can't expect them to do their job. But many of us as adults still expect them to do their job, even though we haven't done ours. And man, if I had a nickel for every woman that I know that makes excuses for their kid, like what I was talking about with the sons that can't stay out of jail. Mm-hmm. The excuses I've heard, like, well, it's because he fell in with the wrong crowd. I'm like, you ain't had no control over that, huh? Well, I'm saying, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm not going to blame everything that they did on you. But the fact that you are trying to defend it lets me know that you helped them get there. You didn't tell them to do it, but you didn't do enough to make sure that they had other options, to whereas they wouldn't even think about doing it. So it's tough. It is. It's tough out here. We all gotta build our teams and try to stand by our teams, but it can get really, really hard out here if you allow yourself to get lazy and not do the things that help your team win. And then that's going to work on your loyalty or your ability to stay the course of keeping your own team right.
Exactly, and the thing is, I'm this type of parent is that I go into my son's schools every day. I'm on the school board. Mm-hmm. So if anything that goes on in that school, I know. There's not one day a teacher or principal will say, Miss Lewis, your son is doing an excellent job in school. He never misbehaves. He always say to himself. I said, okay, that's good. That's what I want to hear. Mm-hmm. Because if I come into that school, it's going to be a different problem.
Yeah.
And if I hear him do anything wrong, I'm going to embarrass him in front of the teachers and his peers.
Mm-hmm. And
that's what this what I don't get, because sometimes I say these parents, they drop their kid off at school like it's a babysitter. You as a parent don't go into the school to figure out, trying to get to know your teacher, the child's teacher, trying to get to know how your child is doing in school, trying to ask the principal or the assistant how your child is doing academically.
Yeah.
You have to do all of that, and it's the same like football team, a basketball team, a baseball team. Somebody got to go in and say what's going on, what's the changes we could make. Mm-hmm. Who can we let go, and who can we bring to build the team up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. And as far as kids being embarrassed in front of their friends and stuff like that, those are the consequences that I'm talking about. And kids understand those consequences. They get it. They 100% totally get it. And it can help a lot of kids start to fall in line. If it don't, look, well, there aren't too many kids who really want to be embarrassed in front of their friends.
Yeah.
So that normally does the trick. If it don't, we dealing with a different kind of child animal. For real. Yeah, because I don't know, man. I don't know who would want to get their ass whooped or something like that in front of their friends. That's not a good look. Not at all. So yeah. Well, look, Rox.
And the thing is, if their friends see that, their friends gonna be like, who next?
Yeah. That ain't, that's like it's like the trickle down effect. That ain't where you want to be. It's not a safe space. Shoot, ass whooping is something that you can get past, but you know what I mean? Embarrassment where everybody saw what happened, you don't really want to do that. Nah, where you want to be.
They ain't gonna like it.
Yeah. Well, listen, Rox, I want to thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. And yeah, don't hesitate to call in again. Anytime. And please, while you on here, please plug your show. Let everybody know the next time you're gonna be on.
I will.
Go ahead.
Guys, I'm on my YouTube channel is Roxanne Kitchen. I'm up almost every day, but right now my channel will be changing from Roxanne Kitchen to Adventures. So it's gonna be new stuff next year. So you could check out my channel, Roxanne Kitchen. I'm on live almost every night, talking about good stuff. Like we were talking about the drones the other night, and we had a good conversation about it. And trust me, come over. Don't be afraid. I don't bite. Come over. Enjoy yourself. Live it up. Meet new people.
Yeah, definitely. Check out Roxanne's Kitchen. You said you're about to change it to Roxanne's Adventures.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's gonna be Roxanne Kitchen still, but it's gonna be /adventure.
Okay.
So like if I'm in the kitchen doing cooking, meanwhile I'm out on the street, I'm doing videotaping on the street as well.
Now that sounds good to me. Well, I'm going to tell everybody from personal experience. She has a good channel over there, so everybody run over there and subscribe to her channel. Show her some love. Do you have any particular time frame that you come on so they'll know when to look for you?
I come on there sounds like in the morning. I'll be like I cook in the morning, and like I upload my video around 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, and then at night when I do my live stream, I do it like around from 6 or 8 o'clock.
And that's Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, y'all check out Roxanne's Kitchen. It's a good look. She's a good look. You know what I mean? She be making them dishes. You know what I mean? You want to learn something over there. It's something that'll make you and your whole family happy. It might help your team. So, all right, Rox, thanks once again. And I'll holler at you later.
Love you, bro.
All right. The Eagles are doomed. We're doomed. This is some bullshit. They knocked Jalen Hurts out of the game in the first quarter. So now it's 21-7. What are y'all doing? 4th and 2? I don't know. I don't know if we had any. We got a touchdown. We got a touchdown since Jalen left the game, but this dude Pickett, and they just tried to. I don't know. I don't like the looks of this. It's 4th and 2. 2 minutes left before the half. I don't know about this one. I don't like the landscape of what's going on here. Jordan Davis got knocked out of the game. I'm like, I had to put my phone down. Like, no. I don't need to be seeing this. Y'all remember in Boys in the Hood? Remember the movie Boys in the Hood when Ricky got shot, when Ricky got killed, and they brought Ricky in the house, and the mom and the baby mom was going crazy. Ricky, and the babies are screaming, and Doughboy, which was Ice Cube, was like, "Give me the baby, give me the baby. He don't need to be seeing this." That's how I'm feeling right now. I don't need to be seeing this. I don't need to be saying, yo, do me a favor, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Urban Therapy with Son show. I'm your host, Son752, aka Omar, with the we're talking about when your team don't win, how you act, what effect does it have on you? Man, when the Eagles used to lose, anytime the Eagles used to lose, my bad week was already set. So let me show y'all. This is me coming into work. Happy Power Monday. Hi, everybody. Shit is a pain in the ass, man. Shit is a pain in jazz. So, yeah, it's like you want your team to win every game. Now, of course, we say you can't win every game, but we don't really believe that shit. We don't really believe that shit. We want to believe that every game we're going to win. And we're like, well, why not? Did we just get it? We got a tale of two. Look, my TV is on over here. Look, this is too much distraction. I don't know what's going on. I think my TV is faster than my device over here. Yeah. So it looked like we got an interception. We punted the ball, got the ball back. According to this, yeah, the TV is way fast. Listen, man, I can't concentrate. We need Jalen Hurts, man. We can't move the ball with this ball. We ain't game plan for no Pickett. What's his first? Kenny Pickett. That's that garbage from Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? I'd rather have Wilson Pickett. Your love. Keep on lifting higher and higher. I say your love. I can't do it. Who was the dumbass who told me to do a show while the game was on? Look, they got an interception. They ain't doing shit with it. This is ass. This is terrible. Terrible. I don't know what's going on. But anyway. Fourth down already? You just got the damn interception. I can't do it. They're gonna try to run the ball. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta keep going. I gotta get out of here. It's all right, grown woman. Don't cry. It's all good. My man Manifest Reality. What up? Queen Monica. What up, Queen Monica? How you feeling? Good to see me some you. Good to see me some you. But yeah, so when your team don't win, when my team don't win, I be trying to play it off. I be trying to play it off like, yeah, I mean, ain't no big deal. All right, so we lost the game. But you know, when I was talking to Roxanne, I'm thinking about, like, we was talking about kids a lot. And you know, when you want your kids to win, you want your kids to win. So when your kids are failing in school or they're failing in life, you know what's a hard situation to deal with? And so many parents have to deal with this situation, especially if they've gone through it themselves. A teenage pregnancy. Teenage pregnancy. Listen, so many teenage pregnancies result in children who have children when they're teenagers too. Like the turnover, the rollover, it's cyclical. It goes in cycles. And nobody wants that. I don't care whether you had a baby at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You don't want your child to have no baby that young. You want them to make it to at least 21, at least. And then when it don't happen, well, your team is going out on pregnant leave. Is it the parents' biggest disappointment? No. For some, it honestly is, but we're conditioned to play it off. So we be all mad. No, you ain't having this baby. We going to the clinic. You gonna take care of this. No, mom, I'm having my baby. You know, this is my baby. I'm having my baby. It's my baby. I'm having my baby. It's my baby. I'm having my baby. Yes, it's my baby. I'm having. Okay, so you having a baby. Well, how you gonna take care of the baby? You ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of, a friend to talk about it to. How you gonna raise a baby? I take care of you. Who gonna take care of the baby? Well, you gonna have to get your ass a job because I'm not raising no other kids. That's what's not gonna happen. So yeah, you want to have a baby, you want to be grown. Well, you get your ass a job because you gonna be grown now. You want to do what grown people do. You want to open your legs. You can't keep your skirt down. You can't keep your zipper up. Okay. 7 months later, 6 months later, that's my little booger bear. Oh, my little booger bear. Look at y'all, my grandbaby so beautiful. My grandbaby so booger butt. Hey, booger. Hey, just my booger. My booger gonna have everything. My booger gonna have everything. Ain't nothing gonna happen to my booger. Ain't nothing gonna happen to my booger. Booger, nothing gonna happen to my. My booger, baby. Come here, sticky butt. Come here, sticky butt. Give me, give me my sticky butt. Give me my sticky butt. Yeah, you know, grandma love you. So in that scenario, did the team lose or did the team win? Did we turn a loss into a win? What happened? Because just a minute ago, we was talking about how you going to ruin your life. You were supposed to go to college. You were supposed to do this. We had so much riding on you. You got so much potential. And you throwing it all away because you couldn't keep your legs closed. That little nappy-headed boy you running around here. I knew I shouldn't have let his ass in my house. When he come around here, I got something to talk to him about. You lucky your father don't put some lead in his ass. If we had any sense, we shoot both of you. Ooh, my booger butt, my booger. Come here, sticky butt. I gotta change my sticky butt. Did we win? Did we lose? Was it a wash? Did it end in a tie? Jeff Guapo says, better teach them kids God, order, and marriage. They just try to make the best of it through, though, because it's spilled milk. Baby is more than spilled milk. That's what crashing your car is spilled milk. Twisting your ankle is spilled milk. Writing a bad check or getting robbed is spilled milk. You got a whole baby. You got a whole baby. That ain't no spilled milk. You got 18 to 21 for a lifetime. That milk is everywhere. You had to feed them with milk. Mr. Pay For It. Mr. Pay For It says, I wish you were lying. Shit, I wish I was lying. It is what it is. Look, name me a family that hasn't seen this scenario. Name me one. Everybody done been through this shit. It ain't have to be your immediate family, but you got a cousin somewhere that got pregnant at 15, 16, 14, 13. Shoot, she might have got pregnant at 13, had an abortion, got pregnant again at 15, had the baby. What about then? Teammate? The team is out on pregnancy leave. I'm sorry, maternity leave. The team is out. My teammate is out on maternity leave, and we can't even find a temp. We can't find a temp to, to stick in there. This ain't a good look. This not good. This not a good look, So yeah. Grown woman says, regardless, you're going to love that child and the baby. Exactly. But my question is, did you win, or did the team win, or did it lose? Because you're disappointed that your baby, whether it's a girl or a boy, I'm talking about whether it's a son or a daughter, I should say. Or should I say a daughter and a son? Because y'all know we handle the situations differently when our sons get somebody pregnant as a teenager than when our daughters get pregnant as a teenager. Because all right, with the son getting another girl pregnant as a teenager, we reserve the option to bring the baby into the house to try to take custody. And the only way we're going to take custody if the son gets somebody pregnant as a teenager is if the girl that he impregnated, family life is so bad, so messed up, and so dangerous that we can't justify that young girl having that baby. So we bring the baby in. But with our daughters, that baby is living right there in the crib. No other options. And all of those people who say, yeah, back in the day, it was an embarrassment for a young girl to get pregnant, so they would send her away, send her down south, to have a baby. Get the fuck out of here. We was already down south. What time, what era was this when we ex-slaves was so bougie that it was an embarrassment for us to have a child young? How many of y'all got a grandmom that made it to age 25 before she had you? And I ain't counting none of these None of these grandmoms anywhere past 1950. If your grandmom was born anytime after 1950, she don't count. Not in this scenario. We talking about real grandmoms. You know, when grandmoms was grandmoms, when you ain't had no cameras and a whole lot of census data to back up your claims. Because my grandma was a teenager when she had my uncle on both sides of the family. My maternal grandma, she was a young girl when she had my dad, and my paternal grandma was a teenager when she had my dad, and my maternal grandma was a teenager when she had my uncle, who was the oldest. And my great grandmother, she was so young that they pretended that my grandma was her sister. My grandmother never called my great grandmother mom. She called her sister, and I used to be like, "What is this? What in the color purple is this, sister?" Yes, because they thought they were sisters. They told my grandmother that was her sister all that time. She was so young, they was almost in the same grade. They were so young, my grandmother had to, cheat off my great grandmother paper and pass the test. They were so young. My great grandmother was so young. My grandmother showed my great grandmother how to ride a bike. Hey, you don't need them training wheels. I'll push you. Can we sit there? Anyway, you know what I mean? So, teenage pregnancy ain't nothing new. But if we talking about when your team loses, if we looking at it from a team aspect, what do we have? Well, with the teenage pregnancy, do we have a loss? Do we have a win? Do we have a loss that we turned into a win? Or that we're looking at as a win? What do we have? What are we doing? Chef Wapo says, "Good afternoon, Roxanne. Much love and honesty. Honestly, even in your 20s, we treat pregnancy like a teen pregnancy today." No, we don't. No. Who's we? You took a loss on that one, to be honest, but we trying to teach that grandbaby to be better than everybody. Yeah, that's the new crown prince or princess. They gotta win, and I bet you ain't no way they gonna get pregnant as a teenager. They ain't gonna. No, they not gonna follow that cycle. 16 years later, 16. Mama gotta tell you something. It's kind of serious. Yo, this shit is gonna have us kind of delirious. I've been having morning sickness for like a week straight, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm real late for my period. I don't know what's going on. This shit is crazy. I want to warn you that had sex for the first time last year, and I'm like giving us some ass here. It's kind of bad right now. Can we get a home pregnancy test and see if I'm down? Well, the shit came up positive, and positive ain't really what it is, but yo, it is what it is. So we got to deal with it. Do you want to have it? Should we have to stab it? And I don't want to look at it like this, but we grab it. That's the crown that we looking for. You're too young to be having a baby. What you looking at me like that for? What we doing? How we going to handle this? Place was together, but now it's been dismantled, breaking us apart. If you a teenager, how your younger brothers and sisters going to look at you now? You're crazy. The teenager that gets pregnant, if she the oldest or he the oldest, is now you got your baby brothers and baby brothers and sisters looking at you like, oh. Well, I'm about to be an uncle. 9 years old and I'm an uncle, y'all. I'm gonna be a father in about 6 more years now. I'm gonna be a father in 6 more years now. 9-year uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year uncle, 9-year uncle, 9-year uncle, 9-year uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle. I'm a 9-year uncle. You can call me Unc. Yeah, yeah. Have me a nephew, niece, and I got spunk. Don't act like you didn't know. Yeah, I'm 9-year uncle, but I still got room to grow. Only in the 4th grade, going to the 5th. Shit is about to get crazy. And saw my smoke a split. You know what I'm talking about. I saw them. They was getting high. Next thing you know, he started rubbing on my sister's thighs. They went over to the other room, closed the door, and I started hearing her screaming like a whore. Ah, ooh, yeah, it kind of hurt. And I knew that the time when the nigga started to squirt, he was like, oh my goodness, it felt good. Yeah, it happened 4 more times. Shit was like a crime. Next thing you know, 4 months later, her stomach was getting big, it's getting greater. I'm not a hater. I kept my mouth shut, but I know how it happened because she got smacked on the butt. 9-year-old uncle, 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 9-year-old uncle. You can call me Unc. I said 9-year-old uncle. You can call me Unc. I said a 9-year-old uncle, 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 9-year-old 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle. You know the time I said 9-year-old uncle. Sex crimes. I said 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle, 9-year-old uncle. All right, man. I mean, I don't know if y'all understand what I need you to understand. Do you understand what I'm trying to get you to understand? You's a 9-year-old uncle. That's what you are. You's a 9-year-old auntie. Superstar. Oh man, I'm just saying, y'all. Yeah, I mean, I'm grown woman to myself with your nosy ass. Oh my God, don't do it in front of your 9-year-old uncle. That's all I'm saying. Yo, he holding like a bit. Yo, he holding his hand. What are we doing? I wanna hold your hand. They ain't call that. They ain't call that shit. Oh, he did throw the fuck about this. He holding his hand. Like no separation. All right, man. Oh man. I don't know, man. Yeah. When your team don't win, run it back, rewind it, and spin. Yo, we gotta do the whole scenario again. Your 9-year-old uncle, a 9-year-old, 9-year-old uncle, a 9. Okay. So yeah, when your team don't win, it can have a really, really adverse effect on just the way that you see everything out here in this world, everything that goes on in your life. Your whole life is turned around. My whole world has changed. I'm sorry. My whole life has changed. All right. Okay. I don't know, man. Yeah, but when your team don't win, when you're disappointed in the way that your team has played, they have not played up to the standards that you needed them to. When your team has not played up to the standards that you have expected them to, they have not exceeded expectations. They have played well below the standards of expectations. What you going to do? What you gonna do when your team sell out on you? What you gonna do when your team sell out on you? Bitch ass hoaxer. Oh, bitch ass hoaxer. Hold on, y'all. Eagles. Hold on. We in the red zone. We're in the red zone. Go, Barkley. We're a little closer. He ain't punch it in. But that was first down. Positive yardage. I don't know, man. This is a body bag game right here. This ain't a good look. You know what I mean? People getting hurt on this shit. You know, this could have an adverse effect on our future. You know, I need a Super Bowl this year. We ain't gonna be able to get a Super Bowl with all these injuries. Bring back Jalen Hurts. What's a little concussion? I've had a concussion before. You can play with a concussion. It hurts so bad. Hold on. I need this touchdown right here. Matter of fact, start praying. Lord, please let the Eagles score a touchdown right here. I can't afford a field goal right now. I cannot be up only 10 points. We need a nice little cushion. If my man Jalen Hurts would have been in this game, everything in life would have been different. Everything. Third down, third and goal on the 3-yard line. Third and goal. We can't even do the tush push or the brotherly shove because you need Jalen Hurts to be able to do that. Go ahead, man. What was that? Well, y'all see it right there in real time how I get when my team don't win. I mean, they winning, but what was you doing, Barkley? That was nasty. Good thing you didn't try to throw it to Smith. Hold on. Our kicker ain't been shit this year. He fucking around missed his kick. All right, so we up 10. I don't know. How much time did they run off the clock? I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. But you know what I'm gonna do? I gotta turn this off. Because this is not helping in any way. So yeah. So now I cannot see that. No more distractions. We only got about 15 minutes left in the show anyway. No more distractions. I'm good. Everything is all right. I'm going to be able to make it out of here. Good. I'm just checking to make sure I cannot see the screen, and I can't. I wonder what's happening. No, I'm good. All right. So Jeff Guapo says it's all about accountability in all aspects of God. Okay, let's talk about this. God. Now, with all due respect, man tries to give himself credit for knowing what God wants and what God expects. Now, whether we do that through our spirituality or religion or through the word of our holy books. So we count on man in order to bring us closer to God. We may deny that that's what we do, but that's exactly what we do. We rely on man to get us closer to God or to show us what our relationship with God should be. So our priests, our preachers, our pastors, our our imams, our shamans, whatever. We rely on them to conduct themselves in a godly way, what we perceive God to be, and in the expectations of what we think God expects or God has of us, right? So what do we do when we find out that our priests have acted in a manner unbecoming of a spiritual leader? Like in the case where they have been the subject of a sexual assault probe, or when children from back in the day are coming forward as adults saying that the priest touched them, molested them, raped them for years. Or when we hear about pastors of our church screwing around with a bunch of women in the congregation or men, like in the case of James Cleveland, may he rest in peace, and that other dude, what was that? I can't remember his name, but it was more recent, within the last 10 years. Or when we hear about our spiritual leaders, stealing money, or basically concentrating more on material wealth than leading the flock to the kingdom of God. How do we look at that? Is that a win? Or how do we look at them when they lose? Now we can take them out of the game. They're not a player for our team anymore. But how do you keep faith in the team? Because the team allowed the leader of the team to get away with that shit for generations. Maybe generations, at least years. Nobody gets caught the first couple of years. So they normally have a couple of decades in before somebody starts whistleblowing and telling and coming forth. So how do we handle that? Jeff says, I'm not talking about any religion or books. On my end, I don't participate in any religion. I just do the right thing. That's cool. But now we talking about it. How do we handle it? How do we handle it? And you says they're men too. Why are they the middleman? Because between me and God, I don't need a middleman or image to God to deal with God. Me either. But so many people look at it that way that we have to deal with it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to think that it's safe to say that had we not seen other people treat them as a middleman, we probably wouldn't be as independently thinking as we are now. It was through them that we saw the flaws in it. It was through their mistakes that we saw a better way to do it, or to perceive it or think about it. But nonetheless, there are more than enough people who believe that their priest or their pastor or the Pope or a bishop or a cardinal or somebody is their middleman to God. And back in the day, way back in the day, priests, Catholics was wild. They would straight take money. Like, oh, so you have sinned like crazy? All right, well, this is how much it costs for me to get rid of those sins for you. The reason that priests have to take an oath of celibacy today was over money. It didn't have anything to do with them being able to exercise self-control. In the 13th century, well, before the 13th century, what was it, the 14th century? This is the 13th or the 14th. Priests were able to have a wife. They were able to have children. They were able to have a family. But the church got pissed because when the priests died, they left their estate in a will or however it went to their family, to their spouses and their children. And the church said, priest, father this, father that, you work for us. All the money that you made was because of us. So we get all of that money. So to make sure that you don't go try to leave, to make sure that you don't go trying to leave our money to your family, you ain't gonna have no family. Oath of celibacy. You ain't having sex no more. Now you can drink all you want, beer, liquor, whatever, but you can't fuck no more. That way you don't fall in love, no sexual contact, no babies, no wife, no family. It's just you and the church. You married to the church. You and the church. You married to the church. There's a whole lot of other shit that goes along with that. But if you didn't know that history, now you know it. And you can look it up. Please don't take my word for it. All you got to do is look up the history of celibacy for priests in Catholic religion. And it as a matter of fact, I think we should do it right now. When? 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 We're going to do it right now. When did priests have to take an oath of celibacy in the Catholic Church?
Feels jolly about it.
The 11th century, it says. Hold on. Let me get this out of the way. All right. The tradition of clerical continence developed into practice of clerical celibacy, ordaining only unmarried men from the 11th century onward among Latin Church Catholics and became a formal part of canon law in 1917. This law of clerical celibacy does not apply to Eastern Catholics. Well. Okay. Universal requirement to celibacy was imposed upon the clergy with force in 1123 and again in 1139. So hold on, let me get this together. All right, I'll read it for y'all. The universal requirement to celibacy was imposed upon the clergy with force in 1123 and again in 1139, but those decrees reflected a much longer tradition in the church in which the self-imposed discipline of asceticism, including sexual continence, poverty, and abstinence, became the defining characteristics of piety, and of the priesthood. The view was first challenged in the 16th century with the rise of Protestantism. The Protestant church's markedly different view of the priesthood and rejection of priestly celibacy allowed both the ordination of married men and the marriage of those already in holy orders. Whatever their views on the rest of the Protestant theology, those priests who chose to take wives were making a visible statement against the discipline of the Catholic Church. The statement was not always welcome by more conservative congregations, for whom a married priest was an unwelcome symbol of religious change. The legislation of clerical marriage in England in 1549 did little to protect clergy wives from being denounced in the streets as whores and concubines. Martin Luther, the founding father of the German Reformation, wrote that his much satirized marriage to former nun made the angels laugh and the devils weep. Okay, so this is the article that I'm reading from. And then I'll show y'all what I actually Googled. All right. This is what I actually Googled. Priyanka Chuti says, please do not swear. My children are watching. I'm going to have to encourage you to stop your children from watching. This is not a children-oriented show. This is a show for adults, and we do not practice censorship on this show. So no disrespect to you or your children. But no, I will not stop swearing. You will have to stop listening or watching. I'm sorry. Like I said, no disrespect. But we almost done. We only got about 5 more minutes. All right. So Sober Phoenix says, what's up, son? Glad I hopped on here. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Priyanka says, do you like Indian women? Man, y'all, oh my God. What are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? What we doing, son? What we doing? Oh, I can't. Make it stop. Make it stop. Hold on. That is. Oh, this ain't real shit. They just made this channel yesterday. I was like, I knew I smelled a rat. Yo, don't take this. Yo, y'all gotta stop playing with me. They just made that channel yesterday, December 21st, 2024. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yesterday. What are we doing? Okay, Jeff says, see, they try to play God. They weren't protesting God, more so the church trying to impose their right to marriage and bear children with their wives like sick bastards. What up, David Rapp? So did you buy a Mega Millions ticket? Nah, I don't play the lottery. Not that I have anything against it, but Sober Phoenix saw some Washington going to whoop them Eagles. Well, that's not happening yet. Not from what I saw. Not from what I saw. All right, we are about to do these birthday shout outs. But before we do these birthday shout outs, do me one little favor, one little solid. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, share the show. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the Daily Go Getter, Daily Go. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We good. Everything all right? All right, so we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious first day of Capricorn, December 22nd, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They got the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Stephanie Brown Booker. Happy birthday to you and Selena Christian, and also Flavorful Narisha and Georgiana Sakor, and my girl Crystal Price. Go get her, Crystal Price, and Wahid Alicia Baz, Chris Shern, my man going all the way back to like the 1980, 89, Cecil Lewis and Eugene Bell. Go get her, Eugene Bell, and also go get her, my girl Saida Cobrith Kareem and Tessa Berry. What up, Tess? And last but not least, going all the way back to like the 1990, my girl Alicia Graham. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious December 22nd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and go hard, go for yours. And hey, yo, when the team lets you down, what you gonna do? Will you always be around? Loyalty is something that we all look for, but we don't always deserve it. We got the nerve to still ask for it, whether we deserve it or not. And we gonna have to be looking at you there. It gets hot, and I don't really know if it's gonna cool down, but I need your support right now. And just because I lost a few games all in a row, and I'm not going to the playoffs, yo, this show still must go on, and the business gotta be straight. And I don't need my people that was on my side starting to hate. Yo, wait, I see you over there. Why you dealing with my opponents? Where do they do that? I see you on some other stuff. You are dissing me just because times are rough. Well, if you can't stick with me through the rough times, when I finally get the crown, you want to be around? You still think you down? What? You ain't down with nothing. I see that all this time you was on my side, you was bluffing, and that's a bad look. You should get a bad hook right across your jaw. Hell no. I don't believe that you could leave me like I wasn't nothing just because I used to win all the time. Yo, that's a sin. I'm on some other stuff. Yo, come back to me, baby. And just because I got my block knocked off, I don't mean I'm soft. I'm still here, ready to win and start over again. The end is not near. I'm still here. You should be here with me too. Come on back, boo. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand new. Hold on, man. Hold on. Just hold on for a quick second. Oh my God, this motherfucker got sacked. No. Well, we're obviously better than the Commanders, but God damn, man. I mean, y'all still have time to get your daily go-get-em-ism t-shirts. Y'all need to get the t-shirts. You know what I mean? Get the t-shirts. Listen, I hadn't been trying to push them for a while because I had a little static about whether I wanted to put the online store on the channel. I don't want to do that. I really just want to take orders privately. So if y'all want to get a daily go-get-em-ism t-shirt, $17.99. We ain't trying to get it in your pockets. Sorry I couldn't get it together before Christmas time, but you can still get it around that time, 2-day shipping and all that kind of stuff. So we have sizes medium, large, and extra large. Medium, large, and extra large. You can get it in this style, the white with the red letters. You know what I mean? You see this? This is good. It's good quality shirt. It will stand up in the wash several times. You're good. You can get the white with the red, or you can get the black with the white. Either way, you're going to win. There's no way that you can lose. You're going to win. There's no way that you can lose. Hit me up on my email. We're going to do this thing the right way, the private way. I don't need the government all in my business. So let me put my email address in the comments. And if y'all want to get a shirt, and you should want to get a shirt, rep your team, rep your squad, rep your team, rep your squad, rep your team, rep your squad. If you want to get a shirt, hit me up on that email address, and we can make this thing happen. We can, we will, we shall. So everything is gonna be all right. So let me get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way, y'all. You know what I mean? Get this out of the way. So hit me up. You want a t-shirt? We got enough for everybody. It's gonna be a good look. 2025 is gonna be on fire. I had to make certain decisions. Now the decisions are made. We're good. We are good. All right. So peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday going into Tuesday at 2 a.m. Yes, 2 a.m. When 2 a.m. Yes, 2 a.m. When 2 a.m. Yes, 2 a.m. So make sure y'all come on through. If you don't catch the show live, always catch the rebroadcast. Come show the channel some love. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So we are out of here. We're out of here. Peace, y'all. Have a good day. Have a good night. Good afternoon. Good evening. Show love. Be peaceful.